So, I have some fun news. My wife and I went swimming yesterday at the beach. Yeah, thank you. It was pretty good. At one point, a wave came and it kind of knocked me over. And I'm very delicate. And the wave went into my nose and mouth and soul. And I coughed a lot and climbed out of the water. And I was like, oh my God, I think I'm gonna die. Where did the wave go, though? Because it just went in me and it just never came out. And I was like, this is strange. There seems to be quite a bit of water inside my body now. And we went home and there, nothing happened. But then later that night, my wife and I thought, you know what? We haven't had sex in 4 months. Want to give it a go? And so we started to coitus. And I'm on top of my wife doing the best I can, which is not great. And and she's like, oh God, and I'm like, and it's awful. But then the wave that had gone inside my body, then at that moment came out of my sinuses and through my nose and just all over her face. Not a lot, like maybe 7 cups of water just rushed out of my nose all over her. And she started screaming. She leapt up onto the ceiling like a spider and was like, never again! Do you remember how if you ever used to find yourself walking between somebody taking a picture and their niece or whatever on the Millennium Bridge, and you walk between them and then you realize that you were walking between somebody taking a picture and their subject, you'd be like, oh my God, oh, I'm so terribly sorry. I didn't realize the art of photography was taking place. I'm so terribly sorry. But now, with cell phones, people are taking pictures fucking constantly, all the time. And so if you walked between somebody now and they were taking a picture and you're like, excuse me, you'd be like, I don't give a shit, and you'd push their niece into the river. Fucking taking a picture of her bucktooth ass anyway. Nobody's gonna want to see it. I remember, when I was a little kid, if I was 7 or whatever, and you go to blow out the candles on your birthday cake or whatever, and then your mom was like, oh, wait a second, I just remembered that I own a camera, and perhaps I can capture this on some celluloid. And then she'll get it out of the drawer and set up the picture, and take the picture, and then the flash would blow your hair off and start a fire, and then she'd put it back in the drawer, and then maybe 3 weeks later, she'd remember that she'd taken the pictures, and then she would drive it out to the hut by the mall where the guy lactated chemicals onto it or whatever, and then picked it up with tweezers, and then maybe 3 weeks after that, she'd remember to go and pick it up. And then she'd get the pictures and bring them home. And by this time, so much time had elapsed that you totally fucking forgot what was in there. So as she opened the envelope to show you the pictures, you're like, oh my God, what am I gonna see? I know I'm going on a special journey back in time. What am I gonna see? And then she'd take out the pictures, and you would learn that when you were blowing out the candles, that your Uncle Kenneth had come up behind you and taken out his scrotum and put it on your shoulder. And that was the picture. But too bad. That was the picture that you had to use. It was the only one you had. You had to put it on your driver's license. And that's how it was. I miss those days. My youngest doesn't like it when I clip his fingernails, so I just don't. And so he has black syphilitic claws. Disgusting. And he was crying the other day, and I didn't know what to do, so I just threw him in the shower, because sometimes that'll quiet him down. It didn't. And then I got in to take a shower, and because I'm filthy, because I live with children, and I was just shampooing my hair and kind of going on a little vacation inside myself. And my son grabbed my penis with his claws, and he perforated it in 5 places. He pierced my penis with his disgusting claws. And it hurt a lot. I just saw white from pain. And I wound up to punch him in his face. And I'm like, oh my God, he's so beautiful. He's my most beautiful kid. And I was like, I'm gonna fucking punch the most beautiful thing I've ever seen as hard as I can in his face. But then I listened, and I realized that he had stopped crying. So doing this to my penis had made him happy. So I was like, fuck it, rip it off. I don't care. If it's gonna shut you up, tear it to ribbons. I don't need it.